Yad Olam. Friends, let's take some tzedakah, put it in the pushka. And I think it would be appropriate to wish each other a Happy New Year. No, it's not Rosh Hashanah, but the verse says, Hashem Yisper B'Ksoiv Amim, God counts according to the counting of the nations. Sages tell us this refers also to the regular calendar. So yes, indeed, Happy New Year. Now that we have the Happy New Year, I just maybe need to preface, I don't want you to be jealous that I'm sitting somewhere in an exclusive island somewhere. No, I'm my children, by our children in Westchester, New York, and the weather is bearable enough to be able to sit outside on the outdoor porch. So, having cleared all these matters, let us go to the Dvar Torah of today. We're coming to the end of the book of Bereshis, which is the last parsha Vaychi. We have a total of 12 parshiyot. Obviously, there's got to be a flow, not just a historical flow in timeline, but there is a spiritual flow of the beginning of Bereshis and the last Torah reading of this week's Vaychi, and in terms of our divine service. From Bereshis, from the concept, to the journey, the practice, and the ultimate reward. And let us see how this plays itself out in the Parshiyot. Bereshis and Noach basically discuss the creation of the world, but more so the purpose of creation. God created the world, as it says, Bereshis, Bishvil Shnei Reshis, for two purposes, so that we, Bnei Israel, should be fulfilling the Torah. Noach represents, they always say, we wish each other should have lots of nachas from the children, nachas ruach, which means pleasure, meaning bringing about divine pleasure from our services, that it is our responsibility to give nachas to the Eibishter, so to say. What is the concept of divine service? And what are the requirements of the divine service? And what is its method? So the first, we're talking about the requirements. We have three parshas, Lech Lecha, Vayera, Chayisara. Lech Lecha means the descent of the soul that is so comfortable, so happy, so blissful in heaven, being by God. Comes a moment God says, Mein Kind, time to go down into this physical finite world and get to work, get to accomplish something. So that's a Lech Lecha. Go down and carry out its mission. On the way, we need some additional help. Vayero, God reveals himself to the soul to give additional input and strength to be able to accomplish that particular mission, which is, and we're going to see soon what? Chayisara. Chayisara, we told us that Sarah lived 127 years, and it's broken up, the 7 and the 20 and the 100, that tell us that throughout her entire life, she was perfect. We have to realize that our entire life has to be permeated, has to be saturated with this purpose, with this servitude that we are here for. Now, how do we serve? What do we do? The answer is simple. Toildos, which means birth, the generation, says Rashi, to tell us that the toildos is the continuation of the tzaddikim, the birth of the tzaddikim, and not just their physical children, but it is their good deeds. Toildos, by doing good deeds, we fill our divine service. We accomplish what we're supposed to do. How does this play itself out? Vayetze and Vayishlach. Doing the good deeds has to also be the Vayetze. What is Vayetze? Yaakov is leaving the comfort zone of his own parents, and he goes to fend in the world. He goes to meet with Lavan. And in the world of negativity is where he brings in godliness, where he brings in justice, righteousness, spirituality, to the point that it reaches Vayishlach. He's going to meet with his brother, who is his arch enemy, wants to kill him. And what happens? He transforms him. That Esav accepts him. And Esav recognizes that indeed Yaakov's lifestyle is the right lifestyle. What is the reward of all this? What is the result of all this? So here comes the last 4 parshas. Vayeshev, Miketz, Vayigash, and Vaychi. Vayeshev, peacefulness, tranquility, harmony. After we refine this world, we come to a harmonious world where there is no more conflict between good and bad. And we come to the end, the time of Mashiach, where spirituality and physical world are just completely harmonized. Not only they tolerate, but they live in harmony to the point of coming to the next part, Vayigash. Vayigash means not just they're living in harmony, but they become one. Yosef and Yehuda become one entity, as we've learned in the parasha of this week, where the Jew binds God to God in total oneness. And finally, Vaychi, eternal life. Yaakov Avinu represents eternity, eternal life. Yaakov Lemeis. Vaychi, we come to the time of the second stage of Mashiach, which is the time of infinite life in this world. Eibishter, would be very nice to start this year with that.